All right. Welcome to Dale Kramer's Custom Cars and Anything. And anything. Let's see. I wonder if I got that set up right. Move it that way a little bit. Anyway, you can see those pieces now. This is the last video gluing this together. I'm going to put a second coat on everything. And then I got to go renew my driver's license. But since I got a CDL, they want a picture of everything. Because the new federal mandates want to make sure I'm an American citizen. You know, the Republicans are caught on that, you know. So, anyway, so I guess that's what I got to do. So let's see. Let's put a second coat on everything here. Where are we? Let's get a game plan going. I think there was a crack there I was going to fix too, wasn't there? Mild crack. Now that looks actually good there. This one could use a second coat. And this one maybe. Well, I wonder if we should throw some on there on the outside. I think I figured it out. What I'm going to do is, now you can see the difference here. You see this now, how these are made? Identical, the same, but what's different about them? If I'd cut this piece off right here, I'm missing this piece on this one. It's probably laying in the car. God, every time I think about that, I get so mad, guys. He isn't exactly just a 5-minute walk away from me. It's not his fault either. I mean, it's my fault that I don't have it. But I was trying to beat the storms. I seen the storms coming, and boy, oh boy, did it rain for a little bit. My dexterity's going away, I think. Can't even tell it's what here. Okay, let's mix this up. And let's apply it. Now this is a 2-part epoxy. Obviously you can see it comes out of the tube. Not getting any money from anybody by endorsing them, so I'm not going to endorse them. But you probably know what I got anyway, so. All right. Let's apply. Let's apply and be done with this. I probably will have to make up some more. Maybe I'll use the whole tube. Well, the tube's starting to get old, as you can see when it was coming out of there. You can see it's getting old. But I just want to make sure that this is... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this straight. And I'm going to either put carpet or vinyl over them. And I'll use them for now the way they are. I laid in bed last night thinking about this whole mess. I'm sure Camaro ones, I'm sure you can find them everywhere. They're probably half the price, you know, that kind of stuff, you know how it is. So Wow. Thought I had enough mixed up. Maybe I don't. Wow. Well, let's mix some more up, I guess. Maybe we can use the whole same thing yet. Comes out of so hard. I better watch it. I'm getting close to the end here. God, every time I grab a hold, it's always the opposite way. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. So I'm gonna get the second coat on, then I can sit here and meditate while I go do my other chores in life I need to do. We can make it another day. And then we'll do that. And then they're talking severe weather for us. It's our turn now, I think. Tables have been turning now, finally. I think it's our turn to have it. Let's see. Quick scan. That looks good. We did that now. Looks good. I should maybe just put some on there, maybe. Just throw some on there. What the heck? Make sure there's something there. Anything extra always helps. Okay, this panel. One last look. I would have loved to get some in there. Yeah, that should help it. That looks good. Okay. So you can see we took pieces yesterday. If you look at the previous videos, we made gigantic pieces out of them. It's just so sad I'm missing this piece. And I'm so disgusted. And I can't just go there and see. Everything's got to be 14,000 miles away from me. Boy, this one actually looks pretty good. I think it needs a coat on the other side, don't it? Well, let's just do that. Let's flip this one over. Well, I can feel that they're tough too with that epoxy. And we'll mix up this rest of this epoxy here. And that way that's gone. We can buy a new tube in town right away. Okay. Grab another stick here. Okay. Oh, rest of this I'm going to do this whole crack here. And then I think it's just this crack and this crack in it. That crack and that crack and this crack. And there's more cracks in this than the Washington Bell. There's more cracks than the current administration. Come on, I want to mix the rest of this up. Right down to the last drop, huh? Oh, okay. That takes care of that. Let's mix that up quick and. Oh, now we're putting it on the wrong way. Put the lid on it anyway. I'll mix this up. This probably won't be enough the way it looks already. Yeah. Depends on how I apply it, I guess. Okay. I stretch as far as I can here. Keep hearing something outside like a train is idling. A big. Not sure what it is. Oh God, are we gonna have enough? Yeah, we're gonna make do with what we got, guys. And again, some people might be saying, "Oh, I wouldn't do that." Well, I wouldn't either, guys. But I gotta do what I gotta do. And then again, these are removable parts. We can remove them and put new replacement used parts on here. There we go. That's the big one. Now, do we need to put some on anywhere else? God, that could use just a little bit more over here, I think. Well, oh, somebody's got their mower going full bore. Why do people mow in full bore throttle? It's like saying you got to go to town with your car wooded down to the ground, your pedal. It's so hard on them. It's just completely hard on that stuff. Okay, this one is officially. Let's see, let's just double check this one. That one is definitely. Oh, yeah, I can put it on that side, can I? Okay. Right at the edges there where I had those vice grips could use a little bit. I see. I forgot about that. I wonder if I can just scrape this off of here. And my vice grips there and holding them on. Looks like we're just gonna make it. Okay. I'm in town. I should get some more. I think I like the Justice Brothers stuff better. The Loctite brand, it was more like a putty. I mean, left it white. Justice Brothers was clear. So if you want to buy that stuff, I'd buy if you want it clear. You know. Yeah. The other stuff ain't even dry yet totally either. Wish I could set them outside, but the wind will blow them away and smash them again. So let's yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about it. That shit's still drying. The Justice Brothers stuff dried. Maybe it got cold. Maybe I froze it over winter out here in the shop. Maybe that's the whole problem with it. Maybe that's the problem. Boy, I wish I could put it out in the sun, but I don't know where it would be safe. Nice if I could lay it right on the table outside there. Yeah. They're safe here, so that's probably where they're gonna be. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. It's not dry yet. Maybe it got cold last night out in the shed here. Well, there they are. All I gotta do is cut that off straight. So it looks factory. Wish I could make that piece. Wish I could just make that darn thing. I wonder if I could. I just wonder if I could, if I try. And then vinyl the whole thing and you wouldn't even know it. I don't know. I think I could. You know, it would look better than without it, I guess. I need plastic to start with, and then I can use my little torch and melt it and warp it, you know, bend it. Not warp it, but bend it, you know. You know, what kind of plastic is that? Is that the same plastic that's no on those totes? Buy a plastic tote and cut it up. I'm gonna look into that. I just wish I was just across town from Willie right now. That I could go and get that piece out of that car because I'm damn sure it's laying in there. Probably when we cut off the roof, probably what happened, it fell inside the quarter panel. That's probably why I overlooked it. And I had a storm on my heels and I couldn't do a damn thing about it. Yeah. Well, I gotta make sure I get this thing on the ground. Gotta get it moved over to this side so I can get my truck in here with the severe weather coming. It's been told out once already. I'm sure they're not gonna pay for it again. They'll figure out a way to weasel out of that. Every insurance company, you know. Yeah. Those are done. This one's got one shot left. Let's just leave that there for now. Might end up throwing all that away. We'll just let this sit and meditate now. And when I get home, nothing else, I'll set it outside when I'm here. I just keep looking at that piece that's missing, and I'm so disappointed, guys. Man, it's nobody's fault except for mine. I messed up. I need to get some interior dye too. I think I'm down to half or a quarter can. Because nothing else I need to interior dye the rear panels. I got to fix them up yet. I should look at them right now. But I don't know where to set these. These just got to sit here and meditate. That's all they can do. Okay. Anyway, so this is it for now. Depending on what I figure I'm going to do here, I might do another video of me either putting black vinyl over them or fixing that piece. So we're not quite done, yet with them. I was just gonna dye them and throw them in, and I thought, nah, let's don't get that out of control. If we put vinyl over the top of them, it'll make them look better, and you can run them for a while that way. Sometimes you gotta kind of fudge it a little bit, but then sometimes there's too much of it. And again, the bottom line is that these pieces, you can just unbolt them and bolt better ones in, But these are good enough for now because what do you have now? Nothing. The guy was going to part the car out, so he sold all that out of it, So I can't blame him either, And he's a good guy. I won't blame him because it's not his fault. He was just doing what the time and the place required, whatever. And he's saving his other Duster, and I'm saving this one, and he's building a big block for his, stroker motor. That's going to be a nice car. Yeah. And I told him if he needs help, give me a call. I'd be glad to help him out on that. But maybe we could even do a video for the channel on it. Maybe. But he's a good guy. He's just doing what people do. Sometimes when you part out one car, you save 30 others, And that's just the way it works. Unfortunately. Because sometimes you can't buy the parts, like we can't buy these parts. Why? I don't know. There's more complicated parts made on a Mopar than what this is, This is a complicated part to make, I'm sure. But I'm sure there's still, information on it, and people know how to plastic inject molding and plastic molding, plastic injection molding, well, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so we just learn to live and live to learn, And I'm sure if they were for sale out there, they'd probably want. No, and it says Mopar. Oh, Stellantis has got to get involved. They got to have their commission, their royalty fees. See, a lot of people don't know this, but when you make a part for another manufacturer's property, you have to pay them royalties. And I believe what I've been told was that Stellantis is the most expensive in royalties. Okay? And so what happens is that Mopar parts are more expensive. But I also believe that Mopars bring more money to the auction block than what a Chevy and a Ford does. Unless you got a rare Chevy or Ford. Like a Ford side oil or Hemi car, or a LS6 Chevelle, for instance, or whatever, And then Ford's got some rare Mustangs, Chevy's got some rare Chevelles. They got heavy Chevys and all this crazy other stuff. But Mopar was always kind of that weird one. They had pinks and oranges and yellows and coyotes and roadrunners, and all the cartoon characters were on their cars. They had some stripe kits. I think all that stuff looked pretty damn cool, But I wish, if there's a Stellantis employee listening to my video right now, I wish that you guys could help us Mopar guys out. Since we're royal to you guys, could you give us a break? Could you back off on some of your royalties so we can make these parts and we can enjoy the cars that we love? I mean, I love Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Plymouth, Mopars, and whatever. Even some Mercury's had some cool cars, and AMC and Studebaker and Willys and whatever. I like them all. I just prefer the Mopars, okay, myself. But I love them all. I love them all. I have a couple friends from Glencoe, Minnesota that have some Mustangs sitting in the shed, and they're twins, and one of them passed away, and he got his wings. I know he did. He's a good guy. Both of them are. And their initials, I'll say, are DB, and they're twins, and they're from Glencoe. And they used to go racing with their Mustangs, and they got a Pinto, and oh my God, those guys, they built some really cool shit, I'll tell you that. And they're Fords. They're Ford guys. They are really nice. And every time I see those cars, there's nothing more exciting than walking into a garage where there's history. And they got pictures on the walls when they're doing burnouts now, Minnesota Dragways, I believe it was. I don't think it was BRR yet. I think it was Minnesota Dragways, if I'm right. But I could be wrong. That could be burnout pictures of BIR. But, so everybody's got their stuff, I like them all. It's what you prefer, though, you know? I mean, even like the Chevy 409s and 308s. Now, that's a rare motor, They're around, but they're different. I call them like the Chevy Hemis. I wish Chevy would have put more effort in those motors, kept them going. The ones they made, like the Mystery 427, the 409, but it was actually a 427. Not a 427 big block, let's don't confuse that. But it was a separate motor. It was called the Mystery motor. And that thing made some serious horsepower, And then you got the 428 Super Cobra jets, or the Fords. Oh, man, Then you had the AMC 401s. Some of them were legends as well. I don't know too much about them, but I know a lot of people, when they talked about they had the AMC 401s, they said them things would fly. But the bottom line is, it's what you prefer. And I love them all. I love them all. But I prefer my Mopars because I know a lot about them, and it's just the way it is. But boy, those other cars, they can really get me going too. I look at them and I say, wow, they're awesome. Like the DB brothers out of Glencoe, those Mustangs. Man, And there's other cars. We call it the Green and Mean. What was that he had? Can't remember what that was. Was that a Cornet RT or a Roadrunner? I can't remember now. But Green and Mean was on the side of the door. It's an old drag car. It's from Glencoe. And his first initial is Mark. There, I said his name. His name is Mark. And that's a nice car. And then there's so many other legends, like another guy, Dennis. I'll just say their name, Dennis from Glencoe. He's got some really nice stuff too. He was always kind of that Camaro guy. Camaro big block type of guy. He's got a supercharged newer Camaro now. That thing hauls ass. And another guy with Impala. And oh my God, there's just so many legendary cars that I know of that people are still driving today. They've had those cars for over 20 plus years, some of these guys. And some of them had them more than that even. I know where there's a couple Challengers that that are sitting in the shed, and I wish they'd get them out. But all these people, they know me and I know them, and they're good people. They're all good people. They really are. But, yeah. So anyway, we are going to take this old shit, make the best out of it, and make it work. Somebody cocks off about it, I'll say, well, go get me one. Go to Napa and order me one, or O'Reilly's, or you have one sitting out in the woods we could take parts off of. Some people do. Not me. I don't have that. But we're making something out of them, and they'll work. They'll go down the highway once again. So anyway, let's see. I should go look once. See if I got enough black vinyl. I just can't get over that piece that's missing. Man, I was there. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, looks like we got a ton of it. This is from one of my other projects. Oops. Dropped something. Oh my God, the hell's all going on here? Yeah, I think I figured it out what I'm going to do. We're going to do another video and we're going to cover it with black vinyl. I don't know how much is in here, but we'll figure it out. So let's just lay this on the floor so it stays. There's got to be enough there for that. Maybe I'll even do the rear door panels too. So, okay. So what we're going to need adhesive. Okay, I know I got enough of that. It's over here somewhere. And I only use the best. The Super 90. A little bit in this can, but this is a full brand new can, I believe. Well, how are we gonna do this though? Just, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then I got, let's see, yesterday when I was there at Willie's at Windy Hill Auto Salvage. By the way, yeah, I should give him another shout out. He's a good man. He's a good guy. And he sold me these parts, and I'm sure he was in his mind, he was probably saying, what the hell do you want that shit for? Well, but he also probably knows that they're hard to find. I got everything in the way here. Let's unpackage that's how I carried that out of the junkyard. Well, I shouldn't call it a junkyard, actually. It's called a salvage yard. Be more respectful to these guys. I'm going to set these over here, I think. I for sure walk over them and break them up some more. Look at that piece is gone. Oh, guys, I just can't let that go. Man, I can't let that go. Son of a gun. So anyway, I got some door panels. After we took the roof off that car for this car, you know. And on my previous videos, you can see me replace the roof. So Willie and I, we took the roof off there. Well, Willie actually took the roof off himself, but and I thank him for that, by the way. But then when I was there, I found some other treasures, some armrests for the back. So I thought, hey, I'll take them along. I need them. Then these windshield wiper blades. Well, I don't need that. Wow, it fell off of there. Wow, I thought for a second I was going to panic. We're unpackaging my transportation stuff. So if you don't have a bucket and you can't carry a bucket that far, bring yourself some tape along. Trust me, it works. That'd be so cool to open this and find out, oh, there's that piece. That would have been. Okay, yeah, so here's the blades. I just grabbed these because I know they're hard to find. So I took them off that car. So let's just set these on the table over here. I know the blades I'll buy new, obviously, but it's just I just thought in case I need a spare, you know. And then I got the kicker panels. The kicker panels, the driver's one is in really good shape. The passenger side one, well, not so much. But I got these belt lines here that go in front of the thing. Grab them. And this one looks pretty good. Now this is the one that's got a mark in it and it's bent. Something hit that sucker hard there or something. But you know, I could put black vinyl on these too, couldn't I? You know, maybe I'll have to do that too. I will consider that. Then I got the rear door panels. See, my car doesn't have any of this, you know. What is going on here? Why? Well, the tape is actually holding it. So I got the rear door panels, and they're all warped, you know. They were in good shape until we took the roof off the car. So I should lay these. I wonder if I could lay these outside in the sun and put some weight on them and see if I can get them warped straight. Or should I just use them as a pattern and make new ones? Yeah, I'm not sure. If I'm going to recover them, I could just get this. What the hell is that? 1/8 inch speaker board? I think it's 1/8 inch. Really thin shit. Stuff. Really thin stuff. Yeah, if I could have got that laying flat, I could have dyed them black. That would have looked okay. Look at that beautiful wood grain. People were into that shit back then. Remember the old paneling? Remember that old paneling that was dark like that and stuff too, but God, what should I do there? I laid them out in the sun right now. What would I have flat that would distribute weight across it? This one's in the same shape. Yeah, don't that make you wonder who wrote that number on there? Number 56. You know? Wonder who wrote that on there. Well, I should see once real quick if I can. Let's see. Let's get rid of this tape. We don't need this anymore. Maybe I'll just use them for patterns. I'll make new ones. I got a good pattern here. Anyway, at least, huh? I almost got to make a grocery list for town. It's growing. I really want to get this interior done on the car so I can. Okay, so I got all the pins out there. I'm just trying to think, what do I got that's heavy? Should have a piece of plywood. Sandwich them in a, make this the ham and the ham sandwich. Make sure there's nothing on them. Lay them side by side. So on something like that big. Let them sit outside today while I'm gone. Well, anyway, guys, I guess that's it. I'll wash these up and dye them up. They're in really good shape. I'll dye them black. Them, I might put vinyl on them. Question is, do I have enough vinyl for all this? I probably don't. If I'm going to start vinyling this and that and that and this and that, those and those other pieces that we glued together, and oh, jeez. There might not be enough black vinyl, but I think my brother's got some. Maybe I can talk to him. I think he's got some from his 34 yet. But anyway, let's close this out. I'll probably end up doing some more videos on this interior. I thought this was going to be the last one, but no, suddenly it just exploded with all kinds of more action. But I got dash cap coming. Floor carpeting's coming tomorrow. So we'll probably do a video on putting the carpet in and the seat belts. And if I had these done, I could put the rear seat in for good. But then to put these in, I got to have the uppers done first. The tops of these, they slide into the bottom of those other plastic pieces. So yeah, so let's call this it for now. Been losing weight. Feeling good. Still got all kinds of health issues. I got bad teeth. I lost another tooth the other day. So right now me and the dentist were talking about what we can do. I want to get my that all fixed up. I got issues. I got whatever. I just got stuff all over the place. But trying to live. Trying to survive out my last years of life. I'll be 56 here coming up, so 56 years old. But I'm going to find something. I'm going to go put these outside quick before I go to town. I got to make up a list of stuff I need. I need more interior panel clips from town. I should roll out that vinyl too after I get this stuff off here. Well, let's see. Let's do that quick while you guys are on the line yet. Huh? Set this over here for now. We'll set these over here for now. I wonder how I can warp that back. Probably going to take a torch, I suppose, to get that right. And then we'll set these. These just got to be cleaned. These armrests for the back. They're really clean. They just need to be re-dyed black. And time I do that, I got all the screws, everything for them. This one's got a little deal. Something was leaning on here for a while, so that's got a little memory there. Maybe that'll come out. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Let's just set all this up here. Oh yeah, we gotta get some more of that too, don't we? In case we need it. I'm sick of those commercials. I want to buy your home. You will sell it to me. I am Andre the Great. And I want to buy your home. Oh God, that looks a little scary. It's cut all over the place. Well, let's see what we got. Okay, that don't look good. We got. Well, that end just fell right out of there. Okay. Yep. I got gray. I got a bunch of gray in the house. This is all left from my Model A project. Some people would just throw it out, not me. I figure I can use it someday. Oh my God. Come on. There we go. I'll probably do at least one kicker panel. Yeah, I don't think I got enough here. Sort of. Oh man. An inch short. Look at that. There. Let's see, what if I went this way? Nope. Okay. No. We got a lot, but if we do the two door panels for the back, I call them door panels, although they're not door panels, they're just like door panels. And then we gotta do the sail panels. We might have enough. Get a hold of my brother and see what he's got. I got a big wing hanging off. Oh no, it's all cut. Screwed up too. Do I have any more? Or do I carpet something? Maybe I carpet. Too much carpet looks gaudy though. Don't it? I got a ton of black carpeting left. I got a ton of other stuff left. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. We play our cards just right. If we plan it out how we're gonna cut it, maybe these can be just dyed. You know, this would be the passenger side one on the floor, and that marks right there. I mean, this could get by being dyed. That one is. This one, well, this one could be all over here, but then you got this mess. Hey, what if, like the old cars, what if I just carpeted this area? Put vinyl on the rest of it or just dyed it. Hey, see, there's ideas. You know, it's how you build your car the way you want it. You know, and if some stuff is stupid, I'll say, and some stuff is just like, wow, I didn't think of that, you know. And that's the way you got to play it, okay? That's all you can do. So what I'm going to do I am gonna get those door panels outside in the sun. It's supposed to be like 86, 87 today. I'm gonna sandwich them in 2 pieces of plywood so they start laying flat, because maybe I can reuse them just the way they are, just dye them, or vinyl them or whatever, or use them as templates to make new ones. I can make new ones of them. I know I could with this stuff, but it won't have the fancy lines in them like they always do, So, well, like I say, I'm enough mumbling jumbling here. I got a grocery list I got to make for town. I got to grab my paperwork for town. I got to get those door panels sandwiched in something. And then I'll just lay them flat on the table, and I just got to lay something flat on there, and maybe I'll throw a couple old rims and tires on top of them for the weight, just to hit them hard. So anyway, please like and subscribe, I guess. And just stay tuned for more videos on this. I guess we're going to have more videos on this interior stuff. But the goal today is I have to get that. Now I got this all messy, and I got to get that car over to this side so I can get my truck on that side, because with the weather that's coming. And I was going to take it maybe on a maiden voyage for 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road. It's fully legal. It's got tabs. I just haven't put them on there, but I got tabs for it yesterday. There's insurance on it and everything, so she's all legal. Everything works. All the bells and whistles work. So, yeah, maybe we'll even do a video on that. Maybe I'll take you guys for a quick ride in there. It'll be my maiden voyage just as good as yours. So, let's call her even. I gotta get to town, get that stuff, get this sandwiched in a ham sandwich, so to speak, those door panels, and get my butt back here and get that. Because the reason why the car is still up in the air over here is because I gotta get, well, you can see it kind of. Chairs in the way. But if you're a Mopar guy, you could probably see why it's still in the air. Now, let me ask you, why is it in the air? Come on. Come on. Keep guessing. Come on. No, not that. No. Can you see something laying on the floor that needs to be installed? To the left of the jack? There's fender splash aprons. And right now, I did the towing and everything on another video. And I thought, okay, the wheels are off. I'm going to do something else while I'm in there that I kind of forgot about. Put my splash aprons in. There's one that goes on this side and one goes on the other side. So I'm going to get them in today, get the wheels back on it. And then at that point, maybe we'll take it off for a maiden voyage yet today. We'll just go 1.5 miles down the road, 1.5 miles back or something. And then we'll put it on this side. And then transfer all this stuff to that side so I can move it out of the way so I can get my truck in. Then we'll go crossways this way, and then we'll go that way, and then we'll go that way, and then we'll go this way, and we'll cross our paths this way, and we'll finally get somewhere. So, anyway, yeah. Okay. Enough mumbling and jumbling. We got to get moving here. I got work to do. We're going to have severe weather. Today's Friday mid-morning, getting close to afternoon, and tomorrow afternoon is when we're getting severe weather. This is all got to be done before then, so I got to kick some buttocks. So anyway, please like and subscribe, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day, and we'll probably vinyl those for sure. Those I'll sandwich in something right now, get them flat. And then maybe we'll just dye them. So that way we got enough vinyl here. Okay, talk to you later. Please subscribe. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Love to all. Bye-bye.